G'day guys, welcome back to the channel and to the bench, and today I'm going to have a look at a brand new MN model car here. This is the MN38, and as you can see it's a 1/16 scale taxi, Hong Kong drift taxi they've got on the box here. And this is actually based on the 1997 Toyota Crown. Okay, the Crown has always been known to have a bit more luxury features, similar to sort of their Lexus division, because if you didn't know, Lexus is actually owned by Toyota. It's their luxury version of cars. So yeah, this is the MN38. It's just been released. I'll leave some links to Makerify if you want to check this one out yourself. I believe this is well under $100. All right, I've got to check the price again, but I believe it was under $100. Maybe even under $80 actually. So yeah, this is a ready to run RC. They state it's got a waterproof ESC, and this actually includes a gyro. Being a drift car, it has a gyro included in the all-in-one receiver ESC combo. Runs off a lithium battery. It's a 2S lithium battery, I believe to be around 1200 milliamp hour. We'll have a look at that in a second. Lights all round, so the front and rear lights all operating, of course. And we've got, yeah, it just says rear wheel drive, but we also have an extra set of tires. So you got some street tires as well as the hard plastic drift tires. So anyway, without further ado, let's put this to the side and bring it in closer. So here it is here, guys, the little Toyota Crown. As you can see, I've already fitted it with all its decals and stickers. Okay, and it's a pretty good scale model of the real thing. I'll put up some real photos of the Toyota Crowns that they use in Hong Kong as the taxis, and it's a really nicely detailed scale model, even down to the Crown logo on the front grille there. So now, I'll be honest with you, this was a little bit of a pain to add all these decals, because I'll put some photos up. It came with the clear film, okay? But in order to take the clear film off, basically you had to take all these trims off. You had to take the bumpers out, the lights, the grille, even the little signage up the top, the taxi sign. And yeah, you had to take all these trims off because you couldn't peel it off, because the film was actually underneath the trim. It's not a big deal, but it was a little bit of a pain because you do have to put the decals on this car, otherwise it'll look plain Jane, you know, especially the taxi signs on the top and so forth. But anyway, I'd done that already before making this video, and like I said, this does have rear-wheel drive only. Okay, the fronts are free spinning, as you can see. But yeah, the attention to detail looks really good, guys. Okay, you got even foldable mirrors here, just like that, and they've got like a bit of a reflective coating there. Okay, I didn't have to add them on, they're already on the car. But yeah, all I had to do is put all the decals on and it's ready to run. Okay, underneath you can see it's a plastic chassis. This is where your 1200 milliamp hour lithium ion pack goes, and we also got LED running lights on the bottom here. Okay, bit of like a Fast and Furious ground effects there, and we've got lights all around, of course. All right, so what I'm going to do, I might as well turn it on, just show you these lights. You've got the on and off button just there, so as you can see that's flashing. I'll grab the remote now. Here is the transmitter, fairly simple transmitter here. We've got a foam grip wheel as well as the one-handed steering lever. We've got the on and off switch just there, and on here we've got the dials. So we've got a steering trim, which is pretty basic. This is your ESP, so this is for your gyro sensitivity. Okay, so you can have it turned off or all the way up to 100% there. Got a light switch and a throttle rate, because this actually has 2 speeds, this car. Okay, so you can see turning angle for this is pretty sharp. All right, and we've got indicators or blinkers on the front just there. Okay, if I turn it around, you can see we've got brake lights, blinkers. Okay, if I go in reverse, you can see we've got reverse lights as well. All right, and there is the ground effects as well. You can't really see it during the day here on the bench, but during the night time you can. Now, as you can see, just by swiveling it here on the stand, you can see the gyro working. All right, and that's only at 50%. So if I put it to 100, it's going to be really sensitive. Look, I'm just hardly touching it, guys. Very sensitive. I'll take it down to 0, and you got no gyro. All right. Okay, now this car does have 2 speeds. Okay, now it's rear-wheel drive only. If I press that button, that's the slower speed, alright? And high, okay? And if you switch the light button on, you can turn it off, turn it back on. If you hold it down a couple of seconds, you get hazard lights. So that looks pretty cool. Alright, press it again, turns it off. Alright, so you can have the hazards with the lights on if you hold it down for a couple of seconds. Okay, so there you have it. Alright, so anyway, that's the transmitter. These bottom ones are just pressed in to the design of the transmitter, so they're non-functional, they're not even buttons. But yeah, this transmitter takes only 2 AA batteries on the bottom. Alright, so put that aside. Now all that's left, guys, is some drift wheels. Alright, so as you can see, these are hard plastic. Alright, and they're black instead of the chrome, but they're the same design wheel. And we also get the USB charger here. Now, I did notice on the battery here, it doesn't have a balance lead, the actual lithium ion battery, which I found rather odd. So we just got a 3-pin plug here, which is sort of like proprietary, which yeah, I wish they had a more common plug. So yeah, if you purchase this car, just like WPL models, you don't want to lose these chargers, because yeah, just like WPL, they've got their own 3-pin plug as well. I noticed with some of their cars like the D12. We get the instruction operation user guide, which is very simple, just a couple of pages. This refers to where you want to put all the stickers, but I just referred to the box and also Google as well, just looking at the car on Google with the you know, the taxi, and some decals here, okay, which I've put on the car already. You can blacken out the windows with stickers, but I didn't really see a point because they're actually see-through. It's tinted. You can't see actually daylight through it now, but out in the daylight itself in the sun, you can see it's just a smoked finish. So there's no real need to actually put these blacked out windows on there, so that's why I left them on the sticker sheet. So we've taken the body pins off. Just be careful because all the wiring is just under there on that board. Okay, I'm not going to take it off. But yeah, these are the trims that you have to loosen, all inside, even the top there, to take that film off to put the stickers on, like I mentioned at the start. So just here we've got a 43 turn 380 brushed motor. All right, we've got a 3-wire servo here, which is good to see. It's a mini servo, and there's all the electronics there. So we've got the you know, ESC receiver combo. It does say it was waterproof, which, I mean, looking at it, I don't think it's going to be waterproof, is it? Because it's all exposed. But the gyro is actually within this this board here. Now, just behind the board here, you can see that's where the wires end up going through to the bottom battery tray for the lithium-ion battery, the 1200 milliamp hour 2S. And over here is where the on and off switch is. We also have friction shocks here. All right. And this has ball bearings throughout, as well as metal diffs. They're stating on the listing. So anyway, that's basically it. Okay. They say the run time of this will be 50 minutes off this battery. So yeah, off a 1200 milliamp hour, I don't know. But that's what they claim on the listing. I'm just looking at my notes here. And they're claiming the speed for this is between 20, well, it actually says on the listing 2 different speeds, 20 kilometers an hour and 35 kilometers an hour. So I'm not too sure if they're talking about low speed and high speed, but yeah, that's what they're claiming anyway. I'm probably not even going to do a speed test, guys. I'm going to just take this out and drift it, because this is a drift car after all. Okay, guys, I've got the little MN drift taxi here, the Toyota Crown, as you can see. Got the gyro on. Now I'm going to run it just for a couple of minutes on the standard street tires, I'm not going to do a speed run like I mentioned on the bench. They do claim between, I think, 20 to 30 Ks with this one. So anyway, I'm just going to take their word for it. We'll see how quick it actually is. All right, so yeah, let's try it out. Rear wheel drive. It's actually pretty grippy. I'd say this has definitely at least got 20 Ks an hour in it. Maybe 25. I don't know about 35 though. The gyro's working perfectly. That's the two donuts. The gyro's fighting it. Opposite lock while I'm doing donuts. As you can see here, get a closer shot. See how it's going opposite lock. Pretty cool. So I'm just using the one hand control, holding my hat cam with the other hand. Pretty grippy on this basketball court. Alright, just put into rate 1. This is the slow rate. As you can see, it's rather slow. Only for young kids, I think, guys. Get them used to RC. So yeah, very slow. Well yeah, what a pretty cool scaled car this is. Alright guys, well that's enough of the road tyres. I'm going to go and fit the drift tyres on, the hard plastic wheels, and we'll take for a drift. Okay, so I'm just in the car swapping the wheels over. I just thought I'll show you the hexes here have a built-in rotor, so that's pretty cool. As you can see here, they look to be about, I don't know, these might be like 9mm or 7mm hexes, I'm not too sure. Very similar size, if not identical to Suchi U and UDI RC cars. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to put these on and we'll take it for a drift. That's what we want to see how well it does drift with the rear wheel drive and the gyro. Okay guys, I've got the drift tyres on, as you can see. So let's see how it drifts. Now I've got the gyro rate set to 50 at the moment. See how it goes. It seems pretty sensitive on 50. Wants to peel out. Now let me just bring that down to maybe 25. So set it to 25% gyro sensitivity. Yeah, still wants to peel out. Very sensitive gyro. It's going like full opposite lock. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but I'm just touching it very lightly on the steering, and it's yeah, it's going full on opposite lock. It's going actually quite wild. I'm going to turn the gyro off to see how it does without no gyro assistance. Wow, seems like it gets worse with no gyro. Look at that. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to turn the gyro all the way up. You'd think it'd be the opposite, wouldn't you? Let's try it all the way up. 100%. It's getting the speed wobbles. Watch this. See that? It's wobbling around. Not even giving it any input at all, guys. And it's just wobbling on 100%. Do that again. All right, let's just feather the throttle around. It just takes a bit of getting used to. Yeah, I'm getting a bit of a slide happening now. Still very sensitive. I guess being rear-wheel drive, which I'm not really used to on a drift car. Used to four-wheel drive ones. All right, let's see if there's a sweet spot at 75. Because yeah, 75 seems not too bad actually. Probably the best option. There we go. Too little or turning it off ain't that great. You know, turning it off actually just made it want to spin on the spot. 100% was, yeah, made it wobble. Very sensitive gyro, no matter what sort of setting that you put it on. Albeit I'm not on the smoothest of surfaces either. I'm on, you know, this resurfaced basketball, you know, surface here. It's not too bad, but it's still got quite a bit of grip to it compared to what I was used to going to, which was a smooth concrete floor. I did have a HBX ute down here about 6-7 months ago, and it done really well here, albeit that was full drive. So it's a bit of a handful, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to give it small increments, and that gyro is just taking over and going full opposite lock. Not even partial opposite lock, it's just going straight to full opposite lock. Just making the car peel out. So yeah, not the easiest car to drift actually. Let's turn it off again. Maybe I'll go in between 50 and 25. So I'm at about 35% gyro now. And yeah, so you get it to a certain point that it just spins out. Yeah, I just can't seem to get used to it. Just wants to peel out all the time. But to look at it, guys, it's a nice looking car. Yeah, I like the scale of this Toyota Crown. Does a flick turn pretty quick. Look at that. I'm going to turn it off again. Now we've got no gyro. Yeah, it grips and goes. Look at that. Just touch it. I'm just feathering the actual steering and the throttle, and it just does a 180 on the spot. So yeah, all right, guys. Well, that's enough of me peeling out all over the show. You know, I've drifted quite a few RC cars over the past few years, and I'd have to say this is the most difficult one I've tried. I thought it'd be a lot easier to drift actually. Being rear-wheel drive, I guess that's got a lot to do with it. But I don't know, like I said, it seems like the sensitivity, no matter what you put it on, having it on nothing, which is what it is now, as you can see, it's not working, the gyro. You just touch the steering and it just does a 180 straight away, which you'd think would be opposite. You know what I mean? You think full-on gyro would make it spin, but yeah, I tried all the different settings there, from 25 to 50, 75 to 100. I'd say I had most control probably on the higher end, between 75 and 100, but it seems like the the more you decrease it, the harder it is. So anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap up this video. I don't want it to drag on too long. Probably already has, but yeah, that's the new Toyota Crown Hong Kong taxi from MN model, the MN38. If you want to have a look at this yourself, I'll leave some links in the description below from Makerfire, as well as my coupon code. You get, I think, up to 8 to 10% off. All right, so just check it out if you're interested in this one, and have a look at the specs yourself, which I covered in this video anyway. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't know. Nice looking car. I really do like the detail of it. As far as being a drift car, it's a bit of a handful. Okay, being rear-wheel drive. I think if this was a four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive car, it'd slide around perfectly like many of the other models that I've featured on this channel that drift perfectly in a slide. It's just very hard to maintain a slide. The steering lock, you know, as its opposite lock, the gyro takes over and just makes it peel out at the end. I couldn't get a constant, you know, slide happening and then bring it back the other way and slide the other way. It's just, yeah, it just wasn't having it, especially on this particular surface. Anyway, maybe on a smoother concrete floor or an indoor drift track, you have much better luck than I did, but I could only run this on this particular surface because you know, my old place that I used to take it to has been caged up. I actually checked it out before coming out here today, see if they've taken the cage away from that area that I used to take all my drift cars, and it's still locked up. So unfortunately, this is the best spot, or smoothest spot that I could bring it. So anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you on the next video. Till next time, have a great weekend, and bye for now.